What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is the 11th of May. Welcome all of the subscribers, all of the new subscribers. Guys, we're taking a look at Velodrome this morning, or Velodrome, however you will pronounce this. Velodrome. Velodrome Finance. This will be the US dollar pair. This will be from Coinbase, the price data. This is a daily chart we're taking a look at. We have Bitcoin basically flat, up 13 bucks this morning, but we are looking at VELO USD. We have some areas to talk about, both higher and lower from the current price. Share some potential scenarios that could play out here for this chart. Let's jump into it, guys. Welcome. So we have a current trading price of 14,292. We are potentially here setting up a higher low, although today is fading, so that is not the greatest sign. We have very nice support that came in over here on the 30th of April. We rallied up to another lower high. So far, yesterday, the 10th of May, is the higher low. Like I said, today is fading, so we don't know if it'll take out the lows from the 10th. Those prices were 13,983 on this Coinbase chart. We have a, let's write this out here. We have a higher low, a lower high, a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, potential higher low. What would we like to see next in a perfect scenario? That would be a higher high. So we'd be taking out these highs right here. And that would give us a confirmation of a change in trend back to the upside. So judging by a couple things here, let me clean up this chart. Judging by this last part of this wave down here, being the most free fall, we'll say, to another potential, or that is a lower high to a higher low. The odds of this being the low are pretty high. We also came into support at an old area of resistance, an old breakout zone. That old breakout zone took place, or the breakout from that zone took place on the 25th of March. So similar to the, I believe it's the Aerodrome chart, where we have the support at 85, rallied up, we're pulling back. I would be surprised. I think there would be a lot more trouble ahead if these lows are taken out here. So like I said, the date for this is the 30th of April. The low is 12,107.12107. So that is something to keep an eye on. We don't know where this low will or even if come into play. We just know that yesterday we have a low and it's holding. Today is fading, but we have not undercut that low. Why is it so important, in my opinion, to be aware of when these markets print a higher low and potentially start a change in trend in the opposite direction? Because if you're looking to get into a position, which I'm not encouraging that, or I'm not telling you to do that by any means, the leg to follow after the higher low is printed, especially after a couple waves to the downside, this leg to follow here can be extremely bullish and extremely strong. We've seen it countless times. So if you can spot when the higher low comes into play, and if you're looking to get into a position, you can benefit quite well. As you can imagine, we've seen it time and time again on different charts, both in the stock market and in the cryptocurrency market. So let's talk about a couple other things here. We actually did this back in here. We had a low in the 5th of March, and then we put in 2 new lows, but they were higher lows on the 19th and 20th of March, and the market went on to break out big to the upside. So that's not the most perfect example, but it is an example where we had a low in, a pullback, and a higher low, and then a massive rally. So there is some upper price targets. So this whole move lower here, I have upper price targets way above the markets, above the all-time highs. Let's talk about those first. So for starters, we have 2 price targets above the market. Both are above the all-time highs. For starters, we have one at 41,303. 41,303. That is right here, guys. 41,303. That takes you obviously above this high here from the 28th of March at 39,490. Price number one, 41,303. How do you use these? Well, if and when the market gets up here and trades to that level, I'd expect that level to act as a area of price resistance for a short period of time, a potential short period of time. It could be a couple hours of resistance. It could be the top for a while. We've seen, if you go to Aerodrome, you look at the 128 level that we talked about before the market got there, that has been the top of this move and resistance, and it's been going on for days now. So we just don't know how long, but we do expect a reaction, would be a good way to say it. 41,303. Target number 2 above the market, 52,944. 52,944. 52 cents right up here. So obviously we would see 41,303 hit first, and then we would move on to 52,944. That is from where we're currently trading. If these markets took off today and went straight up, which they probably won't, but that would be a sight to see, 191%, give or take a little bit, to the target number 1 at 41,303. 191% from where we're currently trading at today. Target number 2 up there at 52, you're at a 275% move from where we're currently trading at today. If markets went straight up right now, you would be roughly at a 275% gain to my 52,944. Let's talk about, we'll come back to the upper price targets in just a moment here. Let's talk about the lower price targets, support areas. If these markets take out the lows and start to put in new lows, we have a support area at 11,762. 11762 right here for this chart. 11,762. Number 1. Number 2 is 975. 9754. That's 9 cents, guys. That's right down in here. 09754. Those are going to look like from where we're currently trading at right now. 11,762 is going to take you down about 18%. 9754 is going to put you down about a 31% move to the downside. There is a chance that this market can do a double bottom, which means we would undercut the low, maybe undercut 11,762, find support, and then take off to the upside. There is a chance of that. Sometimes when markets take out major areas of either support or resistance, they can actually reverse in the opposite direction as well. It's a big shakeout. It gets, for this example, it would get traders bearish again. So we have the lows in, moved up. We would take out the lows. It would trigger all kinds of stuff in the market bearish, and then they would actually reverse the market. Those guys would cover or start to buy because they're wrong in their direction, which actually continue to fuel a rally to the upside. It's a double bottom chart pattern. You can look it up. It's talked about in the How to Make Money in Stocks book by William J. O'Neill. There's a link down below if you want to check that out. It's a good book for for all investors and traders, but it's a good system to use if you're looking for a set of rules to follow when you invest and trade. I haven't used that system in the cryptocurrency markets, but you can use it over in the stock market. So that is that, guys. Overall, I do expect this pattern here to break to the upside, but we could see further downside moves first. I mean, that's that. We're just watching it. We want to see a higher low, and that'll just start to give us a little bit more confidence that the potential low is in, and we're going to rally to the upside. We can also, before we wrap this video up, guys, is we can throw the fibs up on here. We can take our highs from the 28th of March. We can take our lows from the 30th of April, if I'm correct, right about there. And this can give us some upside areas to look for as price, if and when price does break out higher, a lot higher. So for starters, the 1618 is up there at 81 cents. You can see these are clearly way above my 41 and 52. So 81, take it for what it is. If you're a super bull, then this is exactly what you're looking for. There at the 2618 gets you to a $2.66 Velodrome. Velodrome finance way up there. So although my price targets maybe not what you're looking for, maybe you think they're not high enough, and you might be right. You're probably right, but I do think they are very possible to hit once these markets start to move to the upside. When we start to talk about crazy double or triple digit targets, although of course they are possible, I just need to use what the chart's telling me right now is possible. And the chart's telling me that the 41 and the 52 are very, very possible. Of course, we need a trend change back to the upside. Guys, thanks for watching. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and join us here. I appreciate it. 80+% of viewership are not yet subscribed to the channel. All members get early access to the videos first, then they are released to everybody else on YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Have a great Saturday.